Guys, Vince right here, and welcome back to VinzTalk, where we have a bunch of topics because last week I did not do a podcast. I did not do a VinzTalk or anything like that. I did not do, yeah, pretty much sharing what's really going on out there, unless anyone wants to hear about me talk about Ukraine and also things about going on in my life and or pretty much some miraculous stuff, which I have a bunch of. But yeah, and also Ukraine stuff. But other than that, yeah, let's get into this. Let's talk about what's really going on out there, or anything on out there. Because hey, this is sort of me somewhat addressing the news or somewhat giving you the goods. In my opinion. Let's talk about anything else going on other than whatever notes that I have here because I have a bunch. Okay, I have a couple things to talk about, couple of stuff to ramble about. I guess my credit card was down, so pretty much that was a thing. Like literally, it was expired. I was like 8 years already. Damn. But yeah, pretty much. I kind of want to talk about this whole thing about Boogie that he almost went to jail or something. Boogie 29.088976432 I forget the numbers. Okay, I just call him Boogie, and big guy Boogie pretty much almost went to jail. And I heard about this guy named Hassel. I'm just not gonna say his first name because I'm not giving him no damn attention. But this guy's a douche. Like he literally just goes out and hassle people sent being the name of his last name Hassel, and pretty much just Hassel. Like I never understand those kind of content creators that just goes to random public areas and just harass people, you know just annoy anyone that comes their way. Is like, what's the point of this? So yeah, I pretty much saw what happened, and this pretty much must be unfair for Boogie because man, that guy is a troll, and this guy has to go against him, and and he has to go to jail for, I think a couple times. Like, it's pretty much that he was like, it was a weird story. I recommend checking out his video that him talk about his experience when he was almost arrested or something like that. But I just heard about this and I saw the video and I'm like, damn, he has to go be locked in for I guess 24 hours before his court thing goes on. And just the whole my attention span of actually listening to this was bad because it is look, I've been to court before, from being evicted and lose my house, which I kind of, let you guys know when, in pretty much the reason that I was off like the internet for a while, and me being you know not having videos set up, and pretty much because I was dealing with a serious situation when I became homeless for 3 days. But yeah, when hearing this, it was like, man, that has to be so sad, and it's kind of just depressing and all around. Like anyone going to court is just depressing itself. It's not a happy place at all. And from Boogie's situation, like, went to jail. He was literally like all suited up, and pretty much he was in a room with some crazy guy, and he had to call his lawyer or something. Like, and all this to get prepared. And man, that, God bless the guy, because he's just like, I hear all these stories surrounding Boogie of this whole court situation, and it is like sad, and all due to like a self-defense and a crazy person coming up to his house and just basically harassing the guy, like literally in front of his house where he lives. Like, what would you do in that situation? But other than that, the whole situation was gone. And that's not really the main topic for this podcast. I don't know why I share it, so apologies. Again, I tend to ramble and also go into certain lengths of different stories, no matter if they're like dark, or no matter if they're light or something like that, or no matter if they're even pointless. Just me sharing stuff, of what I seen in the internet. And what I did see in the internet, well, basically in Disney Plus, I did watch a movie. It was called Free Guy, and it was the movie with Ryan Reynolds, and it was a pretty good one. It's about an NPC, and I've been hearing a lot of hype about this movie called Free Guy, and I watched it. It was not bad. It was a pretty much good series, well, not series. It was a good movie of just that's sort of like really related to like today's tech and gaming, and it really talks about like the infrastructure of like how gaming is. I wish I talked about this in my gaming news, because that's kind of like the next, like, I have a set of topics, different sections of topics that I go into. I talk about the animation news and also the gaming news, so I could have talk about this in the gaming related area. But then again, this is a movie. It's comedy, and it's pretty much surrounding Ryan Reynolds being an NPC in a world where NPCs were slowly being disappeared or something. Hopefully, that's not a spoiler. I'm sorry, but it's a good movie. Pretty much, there's a lot that happens to it, especially the ending. Yeah, definitely check it out. And I'm gonna be honest. I kind of find myself tearing up when watching Free Guide. It was a good watch. But yeah, other than that, let's get into. And I'm sorry that this is sort of going in different areas through this Vince talk. Like, it's going up, it's going down, it's going up, it's going down. It went through the party up and went down to the boogie. Okay, it went up to the Free Guy review that I just did, and then it's got to go down again as I talk about Ukraine. Shouts to Ukraine, many, prayers, Webtoon actually mentioned them, so finally Webtoon. Like, I was kind of like calling them out, like, when is Webtoon gonna call out, the situation that is happening out there? Like, literally a freaking war is happening, and they show their love to Ukraine. And pretty much, to many of my fans, it's true. Look, I have fans from all over that I don't even know who they are. I don't know what they did, as long as they just support the channel. And that goes for any, I guess, company, business, or any influence that if you're from Russia and Ukraine, hey, be careful out there. I'm just letting you know that, and hope everyone is safe, especially the Ukrainians. Like, hopefully they're safe, And it seems like they're painting Russians in a bad picture, which is kind of like sad because not all Russians are bad because of one person, but it seems like Russian Instagram, or pretty much like the Russians that I follow in Instagram, like some of the dancers, and also Vokumov, and also some of the skateboarders that I follow, are actually getting their Instagram deleted because I guess Mark Zuckerberg decided to do it. Like, this is the same thing with the whole gas price, and there's been a lot of complaints about gas prices, even though I don't drive much out there. But yeah, this whole situation when they're surrounding like Russia and stuff like that is crazy. And I'm not gonna go into long for this. I don't know how YouTube is gonna really, because I'm in a dangerous spot already with YouTube. I feel like I'm an open target, and they're just on to me like, Vince, you better not, you better not. But yeah, I believe that pretty much people, if you're like from live in Russia or from Russian, and you have an Instagram, it's gonna be, from what I heard, deleted, and it's I don't know when, but people are moving to Telegram, which is another app that I guess is created by Russia or something like that. But yeah, that's what I heard. And that must suck if, imagine if Americans, like, their Instagram would be deleted. I'm not sure Trump did that one time, like, deleting TikTok and Instagram, and why, like, seriously. But it seems like, like that wouldn't go well, because many people, like, this is like something that they use, especially when Instagram was down. It's crazy that so many people were like freaking out over it. Like, even though it's just an online thing. But I can see why, because it's something that they, some people are just bored and they want to share stuff, and I can understand that. And it's, or maybe something else, it's something more. And I guarantee you, especially for this channel's Instagram, I wouldn't mind if Instagram was down for like 3 or 2 days. That's, it's not the end of the world. But it seems like they're, it's like many big tech companies is, canceling Russian's world by using Instagram. So that's what I heard. And also, yeah, let's get into some gaming stuff and get out of this politician mish out of here, by getting into something that is fun. Anyways, yeah, let's talk about PlayStation State of Play. So pretty much, I saw the State of Play. It was pretty good. I have to say, it wasn't really the best, but I saw like a couple of things there, like Returnal and its update. I've been wanting to play that game, but just want to let people know I don't have a PS5. I am poor. Just letting you all know that. It will be a different, talk if this was the Nintendo Direct, because definitely I have a Switch, so I am damn right paying attention. But for PlayStation State of Play, I was kind of a bit relaxed in watching the whole thing go through. I saw this cool game called Exo Primal. They say it's from a game called Dino Crisis. That's from what I heard. And also the other game that I saw, which was basically sort of like somewhat related to Triangle Strategy, that strategy game that is sort of like based from inspirations from Octopath Traveler. If anybody knows that game from the Switch, there's this other one, but I guess PlayStation has made their own version called the Dual Field Chronicles, and it sort of like almost looks like Triangle Strategy, if I gotta be honest, at least to me, or at least from what I remember. Also, there's a new game, an anime game called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All Star Battle. I honestly didn't see much from like I'm look. If you ever talk to me about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, me knowing the what Neptune looks like is probably more knowledge than I have compared to me seeing JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because I don't know much about it, except for the meme of Namu 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 and also that meme about when the it goes into be continued go doom doom it plays a some kind of theme song or whatever, and that's the only thing I remember from JoJo Bizarre's Adventure, but not a lot. And also, there's this other game that was interesting. It's kind of Sifu-ish, kind of reminds me of Sifu, but only black and white. And also have some inspirations from other dark games. It's called Trek. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. What's it called? No, it's called Trek to Yami. I think it's called Yami. It's a Japanese style game, and there's a bunch of Japanese games like the one which is this horror game called Ghostwire, which looks cool. For many horror games, I'm always like, oh, that looks interesting, and they always dip into creativity that way. But Trek, which is I guess only the first name because for some reason my notes like to play dirty with me when it comes to this freaking typo. I don't understand why, but it looks cool. I hope that it's the game that you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, then oh, I am so sorry. But yeah, another game which is called Valkyrie Elysium, which is also one of those games where I'm just like, man, I really want to dip so many hours into this one because this game looks interesting. I'm telling you right now. Like, I swear, for many of these games, it would take like 5 or 6 years to actually have them like ever in a Switch port, but that's not gonna be till like a long time. And also for Spoken, which I heard has been delayed, which is like, okay, yeah, sure, big deal. And I saw the trailer for Spoken, and I gotta say, like, I get that it's an alternative setting for like a fantasy based game, but why do they have to put rap songs on top of it? I gotta be honest, okay? Look, pretty much, like, I'm not much fan of rap unless it's like Logic or JID. Then again, people might look at me and be like, "Damn, Vince, you got bad taste." Listen, you think I listen to rap 24/7? No, I think one of the last good raps that I heard was Baby King with Kendrick Lamar, and I used to be a huge fan of Kendrick Lamar. Smoking on you top fives tonight. But for Spoken has this weird like song to it that delivers that whole trailer, and I guess it sort of fits, but at the same time, like the ad libs are just like kind of cringe, like to me, because I'm like, what are you doing? And then I love the reaction for some people that are like, oh God, no, it's a rap song. It's a rap song. Please stop the trailer. Just stop. And yeah, I can already see that what Forspoken is gonna be about. It's gonna be something of like stretching in from the trendy culture and going into this fantasy based game that is supposed to be fantasy, but I guess they're not gonna use that. Instead, they're pulling something like, and thankfully it's their own thing. If this was Lord of the Rings, which Lord of the Rings, they're not having a good time. Let me tell you, the Lord of the Rings, the new Lord of the Rings, is like getting so many backlash because of the quote unquote fake fans and how it's trying to be different from the actual real thing. And I definitely see that, even though it's somewhat a good thing because of diversity and yada yada. And the same way that I sort of see that true for Spoken, that it's sort of going to be in that same field, which I'm hoping they do it good. I hope they do it justice, they make it right. And it's still having that diversity aspect to it, but what does that mean? And pretty much I want to know what like literally the story, and also how the voice actor is for this one, and how, like, because I saw the trailers and I'm just like, man, this seems like it's a little it's a little putting on the on edge on just like the traininess. That's the only way I can really put it, okay? Without angering some people, okay? Anyways, and also I heard the the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collection was coming out. So that looks dope, even though I don't really like, I'm not a fan of Mutant Ninja Turtles, except for the skateboarding scenes that I seen there. Because I'm a skateboarder and I tend to actually dig those, what is it, Leonardo or Raphael? I forget. It's the orange headband turtle, if you know what I'm talking about, okay? Some people that are huge fans of TMNT are like, Vince, dude, what? You don't know the name? Anyways, moving on. But yeah, that was state of play. That's my talk about state of play and I guess reviews or whatever you may call it. They say there, don't expect much. It's nothing big, but it actually was pretty good. It was not bad. There were some games, at least. There were some gameplays. I don't see any complaints or anything like that. It's actually not bad, I heard some other state of plays that were quote unquote bad, which I didn't get, especially the last state of play where I'm like, why are people so angry about this? Why are they so angry about the Bug Snacks update? What? Anyways, moving on, there's also some other gaming news, which is surrounding Epic Games buying Bandcamp, which is interesting. I guess it's for like music purposes and creating your music, which is good for my boy Stefan. If he wants to create music for Fortnite, you can do that, my boy. I know he's watching. He has to, right? Also, Doja Cat in House Party, which is also another thing I saw, which is about Doja Cat, and also she's in a small game called House Party, which I'm like, you could have chose any other bigger game like GTA, but instead it's a House Party, which I'm like, man, House Party reached out, like, I guess Doja Cat kind of likes House Party. I didn't know that and I heard about this because of Game Grumps, and even though I haven't seen Game Grumps in a while, I saw this news and I was like, okay, House Party featuring Doja Cat. They featured Game Grumps, which was cool, and I used to be a huge fan of Game Grumps. I still am, but I'm just not like that. The certain fan, I don't treat it like Kind of Funny, and I watch Kind of Funny every single day, every time they upload. But for Game Grumps, I don't know, there's something about it where I'm just like, this is getting old. You know what I mean? It's getting old. It never actually has done that for Kind of Funny, even though Kind of Funny for the gaming news itself. And it inspired me to actually make this section for gaming news, even though I don't need it, but I kind of, put it here because it's fun to talk about these gaming related stuff. And also, yeah, there's some other stuff here that happens to be going around. I actually download a couple of games. I download Hob on the Switch, which was kind of like an open world puzzle game, and it's pretty fun. It's also silent. I wish there was more music around it. Yeah, but it's a very good game. And also another game I bought, which is called Ellie, which is sort of like in the same realms of Hob, but different in terms of color, and I don't know, the mechanics almost feel like the same, except Ellie's a more arcadish style compared, and it's not even a puzzler compared to Hob, but I could be wrong because I just started playing it, and I'm making decisions of getting another detective game ever since I finished The Sinking City, which is a game I'm really gonna miss. I finished The Sinking City. I'm planning to make a review of it. Man, I enjoy that game so much. It's so dark, so gruesome, and there's a lot of reading. And for me, being literary, I love to read, and also I love to actually solve things on my own ways. That game really fulfills that, and I'm gonna miss The Sinking City. They gotta make The Sinking City 2. That needs to happen, or L.A. Noir 2, or you know what, another detective game. That's what I want. Anyways, out of gaming, let's go into animation news, which we have a good amount here, but it's like scattered in different areas. So I'm gonna make sense out of you for the betterment of this review. But first, let's get into some Miraculous stuff. So I just released my review of Miraculous Ladybug, episode 26, I believe, which is Strike Back, and it was the main finale of season 4. And I gotta say, I reviewed it, and I reviewed it late at night, and I tell you right now, I didn't really see much of what I wanted because I didn't really see much footage, but then I saw a couple of footage here and there, and still it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like a tree, 3 out of 5 for me when it comes to the, but even though it's a very good directed finale, it's just that there's something missing. Sorry, there's something missing of this whole issue with Miraculous Ladybug, the magic surrounding it, to the point where I even saw reviews actually giving up when reviewing Miraculous Ladybug, saying that this is so miserable to review. This is so like just so unsatisfying. And I felt that because I find myself being unsatisfied when I review Miraculous Ladybug, which is kind of sad to think of. I was dedicating myself to actually, oh man, I'm going to review all the Miraculous episodes, and I basically miss about 30% of them. And I'm going to be honest, I don't feel, disappointed at all. I don't really care much. I don't even notice it, let me tell you. I know I missed reviewing like what Master Fu. I missed reviewing Psycho Comedian, and I'm gonna be honest, I probably don't care because what's the real point? Okay, I'm not a Miraculous channel, but I did, however, seen the the finale and whatever, and I reviewed it, and I guess that's what matters right now. It's just that I don't really care to actually do like an extended bonus review or anything like that, because who's really asking? Next is also the New Strike Back trailer. I heard that there were spoilers for this finale when seeing the trailer, so good thing I didn't see the trailer, nor I'm interested to see the trailer. And also, yeah, I heard there's a movie. Yeah, Miraculous Awakening, which is a movie from the Miraculous Ladybug series, and it's a live action kind of like Miraculous take it to it, or some 3D-ish Miraculous with some HD 4K kind of like visuals or whatever, and it's a movie, and it's going to be releasing trailers for Lord knows how. And I'm going to be honest, I forgot about this movie. I forgot it exists. I have no idea at all about Miraculous Awakening. I literally forgot about it. I'm just like, wait, what? There was a movie? I Wait, is it the Miraculous World series? Oh no, it's a live action movie. Okay. What is that? Wait, what? Huh? Who's voicing? What is this? It's like, okay, Thomas, you really just stretching out this so far. I don't know where to praise you, man. And I don't know if you deserve so, because, man, the story's just going all over the place. I mean, I don't know what's happening. Anyways, out of Miraculous Ladybug, thank God, and moving on to Helluva Boss. So the finale of Helluva Boss is coming soon, and pretty much there's a character the name of Andrielphosus. 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 Like, I'm just gonna call it Andriel, okay, for the simplicity, because I don't know how to pronounce that name. Like, what is that? Like, is this sort of supposed to be like a North Irish name? Like, it's supposed to be Gaelic or something? Or is this supposed to be like somewhat of a British name, or somewhat of a fancy white name or something like that? It's because it sort of feels like it, let me tell you. Like, Andriel. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to pronounce it, but that's the best I can do, let me tell you. And this character looks slaying. It's told to be the brother-in-law for Stolas. And I'm just like, what? I was like, this could be a slay contest, because it's either Stolas that is still in my heart, or is it either Andriel still in my heart? Because these two freaking owls, man. I never thought I would be into owls until I saw these two. But seriously, I am so excited for Helluva Boss, and I'm kind of very curious to hear more about Hazbin Hotel. What's going on over there? There's been a lot of like people writing like, oh, we're doing the cleanup, we're doing that, and all over Twitter. I'm like, just show the freaking trailer. I don't care. Okay, the work, show it first before you go all over Twitter like, hey, we're working for the art and working on the art right now, doing the voices right now. I'm like, okay, we get it, we get it. Can you just show it, please? Because it's been freaking long. All right, it feels like it's been a decade, that's for sure. Anyways, yeah, but kind of curious what's going on in the VivZ universe. Okay, and yeah, a couple of stuff that I watch, animes, I guess, which is one that is called Nagatoro. Don't tease me, senpai. I think that's what it's called, Nagatoro. And that was weird, but also kind of interesting. anime. I know who this for. I know who's it for. But man, what the heck am I? I'm like, huh? And it feels wrong that I'm actually talking about this. That's why I'm not planning to do a review of Nagatoro, because I'm like, nope, nope, just gonna stay out there, okay? But it's a good show. It's interesting. But it's also like, but damn, this is a one way to get you canceled. Let me tell you, at least for me, because I just already watching it. Dress Up Darling, which is actually a pretty good look. I'm gonna be honest. I wish the main character, the main guy character of Dress Up Darling, and yes, I'm gonna sound like one of those people. Okay, I I wish he was gay. I wish he was like me. I wish he was like, be gay or bi or just feminine. I wish he was that type of person, especially being a person that you're dressing up for women. And usually that's like, a job for like, most, especially in my experience when I go at the malls or when I see like, the same person that serves the perfumes or something, when they're guys, they're usually flamboyant and feminine. And I wish he was that kind of person. That would match up, especially for the character, the blonde girl. Like, man, two of them would click if this guy was not straight. I don't know how many straight guys you see in animes nowadays. A freaking lot. Like, I wish. I don't know. I'm sounding like one of those people. You okay, Vince? But no. Okay, I gotta tell you right now. I wish the main guy for Dress Up Darling. I wish he was gay. I'm just saying. I just wish he was bi. That like, can we just have it? Huh? Just one time, okay? Just to cover your tracks from High Guardian Spice Funimation. I gotta calm down. I'm sorry. I gotta calm down. Okay. Also, another anime, I've just finished Kami-san season 1 on Netflix, and that was good. It wasn't really much of like, you can tell that the whole anime, if I gotta be honest, not to spoil it, but it is just a freaking slice of life. It was just all like nothing crazy, nothing sad or anything. It's a good time. Kami-san is a good time. It is talking about anxiety, and it really expresses that. So it did a good job for that. In my regards, that's at least from what I see. Other than that, I guess that's it. There's been a whole bunch of webtoon new series and webtoons, so I've been very careful of reading what I can read, and hopefully you guys enjoyed those. But other than that, I'll see you guys in next week or next 2 weeks in terms of this Vince talk. And yeah, one love, peace.